Welcome, Speed Gaming, to another Link to the Past randomizer. Today we're running Blitzmode. I'm Duke Firebird, and joining me in the commentary booth is Claymore. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you doing tonight, Duke?
I'm doing pretty good. So, you see what the people have at the start, everybody in chat. We got a Master Sword, we got boots, we got mitts, we got a lamp, we have an activated flute. Literally, it's just go, and it's also a 4/4 seed. So,
yeah, our runners are going to have the world open to them quite literally at the start of the game. So it's going to be God only knows where our runners are going to go first, because they can go anywhere. And because it's 4/4, our runners, because it's 4/4 fast Ganon, our runners only need to clear four crystal dungeons in order to access Ganon, and they can be any four. So we're going to see a lot of divergence very quickly.
mm-hmm.
In this seed today, for our restream runners, we have the OK Guy, Alex Jazz 2, GFE12, and P-Train. But we've also got 11 other entrants in racing behind the scenes, and they're all fantastic runners.
Here we go.
Looks like we're going. The OK Guy is flipping right back over to Sank.
Yep, got 10 arrows at Link's house and a blue rupee at Sanctuary.
Very blue light world with crystals at Desert Palace and Eastern Palace, and a blue pendant, I believe, Tower of Hera.
I saw lots of blue as well. Piece of heart over at King's Tomb, which is weird saying less than a minute in.
Right?
All right, P-Train going straight to the back of Escape. GFE's probably going to do the same, maybe? Let's go to King's Tomb first.
Did you see what the OKI pulled out of Bonk Rocks there?
I ended up missing that, unfortunately. What did he pull?
He pulled a green rupee with a 20 on it.
Okay.
Which means we are running a mode that may not have all four swords available. I'm not entirely certain.
Could be wrong, but I believe the 20s are replacing the items that are already obtained. But I could be wrong.
Ah, you're right. You're right. That's probably correct.
So we know it's not replacing a sword, because there's still two more.
This is actually my first experience with the Blitzmode seed, so I was not familiar with that.
Yeah. I'm aware of the modes. Some of them I don't play. I haven't played Blitz yet. It does seem like a lot of fun, so... Of course, I'm also the kind of sadist who would want, like, give me a 0/0 fast Ganon. Let's go.
Oh man, that would be ooh, man. Dennis, do you risk, or do you want to go Master Sword Silverless, or do you search for the quality of life?
Yep. There's the second green 20.
We're going to be seeing 7 of those total in the seed.
Actually, I think that would be 8.
Yeah, I guess if they don't start with a sword, it'd be 8, yeah.
Yeah, they start with 2 swords, so 2 of those swords will be switching.
But like I was saying about that divergence, we have had runners in all corners of Hyrule by this point.
Oh, we got a hammer.
Oh, here we go.
Bottle Vendor has number 3. All right, so if you're in Alex's and P-Train's shoes, what do? You have the hammer. You have easy Dark World access everywhere else. What do you do?
Hype Cave is the obvious first immediate move.
I get that.
And then if it were me, you can't clear Palace of Darkness, and there's a chance that you'll get locked out immediately without a bottle or a bow. So probably
True.
not Palace of Darkness.
Yep. We got Thieves Town's on the table.
Yeah, you can almost full clear. No, actually, you can full clear Thieves Town with the hammer in your pocket.
Mm-hmm. And even then, we already have 2 swords, so we just need to be able to just get there. Could always find good old hook shot and swamp, because the front half of swamp is open. So
Yep. So that's an option. GV12 grabbing that 500, that
Here we
300
go.
rupees outside of
5-6 Mire and Swamp. Green
Red Pendant Turtle
Thieves.
Rock. Red Pendant Turtle Rock, Green Pendant Thieves, and Crystals at Skullwoods and Palace of Darkness. We know all of our crystal locations.
Mm-hmm.
And if you notice on GFE's screen, he is doing a water walk while he has the flippers. This is something that you don't see super often, but because we have the boots, it gives him a handful of seconds ahead of anybody else who doesn't do this.
Yep. Well, I didn't see the Adam Race game, but I'm going to take it to mean that it's not really that good.
It's a piece of heart.
It was a piece of heart. Okay. Yeah, P-Train's HUD covered it perfectly. All right, and everyone's immediately going to Dark World.
And we get the Ether Medallion out of Sea House. The OK Guy and P-Train picked up Quake somewhere that I did not catch.
That was in the library.
Oh,
there's our powder, so we don't have to worry about... We can turn in that mushroom now.
Yep.
I like saving that for one of my favorite glitches, but... Yeah. Still need the cane for that one.
Yep. And unfortunately, I didn't catch the medallion required for entry to Misery Mire because I was focused on the OK Guy screen. And we have the OK Guy going into Thieves Town, meeting up with Alex Jest, as we had mentioned. Coming to chat, you can imagine you're going to be doing Ganon on rather low health in these seeds. Yes, you probably are, because you're not going to be prioritizing quite as many checks as you ordinarily might in a non-blitz mode. So I guess it depends.
So to give a heads up on that, I did take a look at the VOD real fast. Quake is the entrance for Misery Mire.
Quake for Misery Mire, okay.
Fire Rod. Skullwood says hi.
Oh, did somebody grab Fire Rod from somewhere?
Yep. Generous guy had it. So yes, that is really generous.
That is quite generous.
Ice Palace also says hi as well.
Ice Palace does say hi. With the Fire Rod, without having half magic, you're going to be reliant on some fortuitous magic drops, or finding a bottle and sticking a green potion in there. But you can't do it, and it is sort of the intended method.
Mm-hmm.
The OK Guy and P Train doing the digging game right behind one another. Not going to profit very much from it, but it is one check to get out of the way.
Yep. All right, here's our magic bat. Explosives. All right, how much of a world tour is Jeremiah getting today?
He's gonna get a pretty big one. I don't entirely know why. The OK Guy has mitts. He could just run back up to
No mirror.
No mirror. You're right. You're right.
And fight executed beautifully on Alex's side. Green.
That
gets
was
the
a
hit,
wonderful fight.
and that is also number 4. Fourth green 20.
So even if this weren't a blitz mode seed, it would still be pretty blitzy.
Yeah.
Alex showing off one of the Japanese 1.0 exclusive glitches that we take advantage of fairly frequently in Randomizer. Hammer dashing, or generally item dashing. If you hold down the dash button and the item use button B and Y on the same frame.
Oh, I'm sad.
Well,
OK Guy didn't take Jeremiah to see our good friend Cake Quakefish.
oh well.
Yeah. Well, let's see what
the Sims have for us
See what we
today.
get. And the old man on the mountain has explosives.
This is a very bomb happy seed again. And
Was that
50
number-
bucks.
Oh, is that
No,
was it
50 bucks.
Okay.
Yep. So no, it was not number 6.
Yeah. All right, piece of hard-on spec rock. What do we got inside?
Oh, the mirror.
We want that.
Yep, definitely want that.
And that is East Death Mountain.
Yeah, it is. You can go up the top side instead of needing to hook shot over to it.
All right, we're gonna get to see the bomb jump. I love seeing this bomb jump. It's so good. I think he's 1 pixel to the right. No, he's not.
Oh, I
Okay.
made it. He could have also technically hovered over it.
Sure.
Now, the OK Guy is in a rather interesting position. He does not have the fire rod, and we know this is not where he needs to be. So he's going to hit a wall here and not be able to proceed. Meanwhile, P-Train, by contrast, does have the
No,
fire
he
rod.
got it. No, he did get it. He did get it.
Oh, he does have it. Okay. Whoops.
No, you're good. You're good. The tracking software likes to eat inputs at times, unfortunately.
It does.
I think we need to try the new diet supplement for it. Make it feel full.
The okay guy wisely deciding not to mess around with mummies and just jukes him and uses the lamp. Good play.
Yep.
And P-Train downing Montula. This can be kind of an annoying boss to fight if all you've got is Master Sword, because he can take quite a bit of damage unless you do spins to boost your damage sword or damage table to tempered.
True. And then, of course, there's the fun fact that the room is filled with spikes, and those like to overwrite your damage.
Yes, that is always fun to... Oh, we got Bow at a low paradox, and there's the 620.
So we're... Wow. Now, the question, though, is how many of these would the runners have found? We don't know what the spread of the items would have been, so...
Yeah, and we don't know whether they would have been able to make it to one particular 20 or another without having the item. So... Very rich upper paradox, though.
Cash gave. And Dark DM we go.
I think P-Train beat Bond. I
Yes.
wasn't watching. Ooh. P-Train making the tactical decision to not go complete the Zora check. He saw the heart container on Zora Ledge and decided that he did not want what Zora was selling.
That's a strategy.
It's going to be a question mark until we see whether someone else does it.
I mean, there is a very good chance that Zora doesn't have much, that we don't really need that much.
We don't, but there's always the chance. There's always a chance that he's got one piece of the puzzle. He could have the ice rod, but since this is 4-4, that may not mean as much as it might. Blitzmode kind of throws a wrench in what people are thinking about. Ooh, that's got to be Kane.
Yep, we got Samaria in the bonk chest, which is in logic, so the hook shot could be in Turtle Rock.
It could be. Which would then potentially make the ice rod required if the hook shot happens to be off of Trinex. Now, I think we're going to see Zora... No, I'm wrong. He's fluting away.
Nah, they were getting a potion. I think we're gonna see a broken pod, maybe.
Huh. Joel from chat is alerting us that P-Train discovered the hookshot in Waterfall Cave.
Oh, I missed that.
As did I. Thank you, chat.
All right, so we have Skullwoods. We now have Swamp Palace. We have Ice Palace. We have Mire. We have four dungeons.
We have Mire. With that cane at a hookshot cave.
So we have enough to be in go mode. However, we have a single solitary bottle and Master Sword.
And no silvers.
Yep.
Ooh, second mail upgrade in first chest to each your palace. That could be very important in this mode.
And also, we also have Eastern and Pod. Those are completable.
Yeah.
Hera is technically beatable. Desert's beatable. Yeah, actually, every dungeon except for Turtle Rock can be beaten. We're missing the ice rod for Turtle Rock.
Actually, you're right. Yeah.
We can finish 9 dungeons.
Bo was in Lower Paradox Cave. To answer Maddie Walker in chat.
So we want to talk about divergence. This is our divergence here.
Oh,
what
yeah.
dungeons do the people do?
Now we're seeing GV12 walk in here. Oh, he does have the bow. Okay, he must have pulled it out of Paradox. Whoops.
Yeah, because he has the mirror.
Okay.
So yeah. And okay, guys, probably going to be getting theirs very shortly.
Yeah, Spiral Cave is going to put you out near enough to Paradox.
Oh, GFE. I like it.
What happened on GFE screen?
I don't think he went to the back. I could be wrong, but I don't think he went to the back.
Just shortcutting through Palace of Darkness, huh? The okay guy grabbing their bow and arrows out of Lower Paradox.
Yep. GFE knows they're GFE knows they're in go mode, so. Seven Hearts, Blue Mail, Master Sword, Silverless. Got a lamp
GFE is
and a
confident.
bottle. So now the question is like, how many extra checks are going to happen? There's going to be a couple, obviously, because you're going to get the chests that are on the way. Just on the off chance you get the second bow.
Yeah, I mean, GFE
Or
is
even a
going
sword.
to, yeah, he's gonna do checks that are not far out of his way, but he won't go super out of his way. Interestingly, P-Train, though having these found in his back pocket, did not claim the item from Sahasrara.
He's probably gonna get it on the way going to pod. He'll mirror in the.
Even though he was just in Sahasrara's hut and grabbed the items out of the back.
Oh, good point. I have no idea. Watch that be a sword. Watch it be a sword.
It's always when you tactically skip a check that it's important.
Yep. Or it's major and you're behind on a race and then you get it, but then the advantage you gain from it is just quickly nullified by them finding like the fourth sword. It's like, oh.
Yep.
So, ooh, okay, if GFE had the fire rod, I could totally see them go at Ice Palace and just instantly icebreakering. They're the only one who has the capability of doing it.
Yep, because GFE is the only one who broke into Hookshot Cave to steal the cane.
Hover.
Oh! He thought about it for a second, but he's just gonna go do it the normal way. Abandon the hover for the moment.
Good attempt.
Oh, Alex was just off position, a couple pixels too high.
And B-Train got it. To answer a question in chat, Fire Rod was on the Generous guy in Hype Cave.
Yeah, that fire rod is going to probably. I don't know. It could be advantageous for P-Train, but only.
I mean, we're gonna see. I mean, this is coming up to be crystal number 3. What's P-Train gonna do for number 4? They have options.
I thought it's gonna be slow because it doesn't have cane.
Could do swamp.
Could do swamp with the hook shot. It would be actually Swamp Palace. It doesn't have the mirror.
That's true. Yeah, no mirror.
If he goes up,
It's probably gonna be ice. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be Ice Palace.
and P-Train taking down Helmosaur King, nice and easy.
Okay. GFE going to Meyer.
He's got what he needs to get in.
Makes sense. It's Ice Palace for P-Train.
Yep.
Not surprised. Really not surprised.
No, the items he's got in his pocket. It really, unless P-Train was going to go up Death Mountain to get the mirror, but because he knows
they don't even know it's there. So
yeah, because he knows Tower Hera is a pendant, he's not thinking about it.
now, if Tower Hero was a crystal,
If Tower Hera was a crystal, he would be going up there in a split second.
mm-hmm. Hey, okay, guys, gonna get red mail here.
Yep. Very good for the okay guy.
Dapper Bunny.
Now, unfortunately, we won't see a fast Ice Palace from GFE unless he goes to Hype Cave, which he... I imagine he will. I don't see a reason why he doesn't go to Hype Cave after this.
Actually, I can think of one reason he wouldn't.
What's that?
Somehow pulling Bombos. Somehow.
Maybe, but Hype Cave is a pretty dense check. But when you're
in Go mode.
Yeah.
So that's like the pro and con. You have to look at that. Yeah, it's 5 items, but I can finish the game. What do you do?
And that's what separates people that run the game from people who just talk about the game.
Okay, comment in chat does bring up a point. It is 5 chances to get silvers. You're not wrong. It's also 5 chances to get a sword upgrade. Again. But the thing to remember is those 2 swords and the 4 swords, I really should say, and the second bow literally be anywhere. So
and we have P-Train dropping into the Coal Steer fight. You have to hit Coal Steer there with 8 8 fire rod shots in order to break the outer shell and release the puffballs.
Here we go.
Comment in chat, he might check High Cave on the way to the pyramid, and it's possible.
Maybe.
If you're already on your way to the pyramid, that means you're ready to face Ganon. I don't think that you would. That brings up a question on whether the time investment is worth it. We're about to see, speaking of investments being worth it, we're about to see King Zora.
Heart container. GFE narrowly avoided death there.
Ooh.
He walked in front of Viddy as he was shooting the lightning and luckily missed. But oh man, that was close.
That would have hurt.
Mm-hmm. That's at 1 health. Yep. Yep. P-Train's going to get him.
Yep, P-Train at 29 minutes and 30-some seconds is beginning his long walk over to the pyramid.
I wouldn't say it's a long walk. I'd say it's a quick jog. We got the boots.
Yeah, I suppose so.
All right, 9 HP, blue mail. This is good. That's good. Health-wise, you're golden.
Yeah, health-wise, you're in great shape. Attack-wise, well, I hope P-Train is practiced.
Oh, P-Train is.
GFE making a play to desert for his 4th dungeon.
It's valid. All right, so Master Sword Silverless. The easiest way to count the number of spins you need: get a deck of playing cards, take out the jokers. Every spin you connect, take a card away.
Oh man.
Oh. Are we in phase 2? We're in phase 2. This is golden. Phase 2. Oh. Okay. That's alright. Got a lot of shots in, though.
And the OK just casually hovering over the gap that Alex tried to bomb, that Alex then ended up bombing over. The OK guy is actually fairly good at hovering.
Alright. Well, this would have been... Wow, this would have been a perfect Ganon if he connected the first shot. That's alright, that was pretty fast.
And the arrow, the silver arrows in Hyrule Castle.
Ooh.
Wow, those are very accessible.
Yes, they are.
Ooh.
Well, we know they're not in the back, so... "24 spins in this phase. Have fun."
And watch out for the fire bat. The fire bat is actually surprisingly deadly. If you get hit by a fire bat, you actually end up going in the opposite direction of the way you push. So if you get hit by a fire bat and try to push, say, right to stay on the ledge, you'll actually push further to the left, and you may well fall off.
Mm-hmm. This is a seminar in execution on P-Train's side.
Oh yeah,
stick and move. Take your time. Don't rush it. Getting the triples on the lamp.
And torch glitch is very helpful here.
Yep. Getting triples using only the lamp is actually is fairly difficult. You have to have the timing down. P-Train can teach a class on this.
Yep. And you have to be a little bit lucky with how Ganon decides to teleport.
That's true, too. All right, GFE closing in on Ganon. They're in a little bit worse wear. They have 8 health, and blue mail. But
hey, there it goes. P-Train downing Ganon.
Get your GGs in chat. And P-Train has crossed the line in an official racetime.gg time. 34 minutes flat. For first place,
very good time.
For first place in the restream and first place overall.
And we are now joined by P-Train in the interview room. How are you doing, sir?
Pretty good.
That was a fantastic Ganon fight.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
It felt really good.
Yes, thank you for the picture-perfect tutorial of how to do Lamp Silverless Master Sword Ganon.
Yeah, I should have gone to Fire Rod sooner than I did, but I honestly was just kind of too nervous to count. So, the major thing was I just did not want to die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dying is generally not recommended. But we have the OK guy with his 4 crystals in the back pocket. He's going to be making his way to the pyramid very shortly, right behind GFE and P-Train. So, the Blitzmode seeds, there's not really a whole lot that I can think of to talk about as far as routing goes. What made you? I guess we can talk about what made you decide to, for example, I don't know. What can we talk about? Your Cane of Samoria would have been in the Bog Chest and Hookshot Cave.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I thought about going up there, but Bo was go mode for me, so.
Yep. And actually,
then it was just a matter of how much I wanted to do. Like, how comfortable am I with Master Sword, Silverless Ganon?
Exactly.
And also, the mirror was up on Death Mountain as well. It was inside Spec Rock.
Oh, nice.
So.
Yeah, I didn't even bother going up there. It's just.
Yeah.
I don't know. I skipped a lot of stuff. To be honest, I thought I was behind. Especially when Ganon told me that silvers were in Hyrule Castle.
Yep.
I was like, oh boy. And Silverless Ganon, it always feels good to be on Ganon when no one's done, but Silverless just takes so long.
Well, you won, but to put your mind at ease, we don't know exactly where the silvers are. We have no clue.
I mean,
yeah, but everybody got the same bow. Who got a bow?
Yeah, the castle just feels really slow here, so.
Yeah, you're not wrong. We were actually going back and forth in the interview booth as far as, who checks Hype Cave. It's 5 items, relatively dense, but if you've already got everything you're comfortable with, are those handful of seconds actually worth it? And we kind of went back and forth. We didn't really have a final decision.
I mean, Hype Cave is absolutely worth it. In my case, routing Hype Cave to Skull, I don't know that was worth it, but honestly, like, if you find Tempered Sword or, in that case, go mode for me. But if you find Tempered Sword anywhere on that route, it pays off, in my opinion, so I didn't mind.
And we have the GFE 12 crossing the finish line with an official racetime.gg time of 37 minutes, 23 seconds, which secures him 2nd place overall and on the restream. And we are joined by GFE in the commentary booth.
One quick second.
Yeah.
We look at the pedestal.
Sword pedestal?
Gross! Yeah,
Ew.
sword on pedestal.
Good times.
Nice.
Train.
GG's,
GG's,
GFE.
So I'm assuming you clowned up the mountain before I did.
I don't know.
P-Train does not have the mirror, so I'm guessing he
Are
didn't
you
find them out.
kidding me? Getting away with that, P-Train? Come on.
So what I did was I cleared the crystal because I started Dark World and Hype Cave. I did a bunch of Light World stuff. Started Dark World and Hype Cave, got the Fire Rod. So then I was like, oh well, let me route Hype Cave all the way up Skull Woods. Did that, skipped some. I never did Back at Thieves. I never did. I have no clue what the second item in Skull was. Go moded the dungeon. And that was like, well, let me clear some dense overworld locations, hoping to find a bow, because I knew bow would be go mode for me. So opted to check the waterfall ferry and ledge before doing Sahasrara. That gave me hook shot, so I was like, oh, let me go up to the mountain. Old Man felt slow, Speck Rock felt slow, straight over to Paradox Cave. Found bow, and then I did the top of Paradox Cave in case it had a sword.
Wow.
Then did Eastern and did Saha just in case. Then go moded pod. I got the pod hover. And then went to ice and go moded ice.
And as we're communicating about that, the OK guy defeats Ganon and just has to cross that treacherous one-tile bridge.
Bailed out by the Fire Rod, P-Train.
And the OK guy finishes in third place overall and on the restream with an official racetime.gg time of 39 minutes and 49 seconds.
So I don't know what they may have mentioned, but I was kind of putting off Dark World. I just wanted to check all the normal Sphere 1 stuff, and then I went up the mountain, and Mirror's just sitting in Speck Rock. So I already had Hammer at that point. Did a quick check in the front of Hera, and then got Bow out of Paradox, and knew I had 3 dungeons available to me then. But I went ahead and did Super Bunny Hookshot Cave anyway, and the Bonk Chest and Hookshot Cave had Samaria. So I guess Ice Palace and Skullwoods just kind of trump Mire and Desert. Silver's location was pretty ridiculous though.
And we are joined by the OK guy here in the commentary booth, GG.
GG's.
GG's.
Yo, thanks guys.
So what dungeons did you complete?
So I did what did I do? I did Eastern and Palace of Darkness combo, Ice Palace and Skullwoods.
Okay, so you ended up like P-Train.
That's the same I did. Yeah.
I heard somebody say Silver Arrows when I came in on the mic, and you got to tell me where were they?
Oh,
We don't know.
We do not know the exact location.
Oh,
According
okay.
to Ganon, they're in Hyrule Castle.
Like I was tempted to just
Okay,
jump off
actually, hold on.
Mirror.
I take that back. We know of 3 of the locations where we know of 4 of the locations where it is not.
Yeah, I did back of the skill.
Not in the back.
Yeah.
What was your guys' equipment ending up? I had Red Mail and Master Sword.
I had Blue Mail Master Sword
Blue Mail Master Sword.
and a bottle, so that was nice.
I will go ahead and say right now, nobody found a sword.
Yeah, we know one of them was on PED as per the credits.
But that's one of 4.
Oh man. When I got into Go mode, I didn't trust myself, and I was still kind of checking stuff a little bit. I mean, when I got Big Key and Pod, I went straight to Homa. I didn't keep on searching or anything, going to the back. But I was going out of my way a little bit here and there. Like in Ice Palace, I checked a few places, a couple things. I should have just trusted myself.
Well, I checked a little bit. I did Eastern. I go moded as much as I could. Of course, I checked the compass chest and the big chest because why not?
Yep, same.
I did check Sahasrara after Eastern, but Pod I straight up go moded. Shooter chest, bridge chest, hover to the bowlock side, and Helm.
Oh, see, there's a minute right there.
I tried to hover to the Bowlock side, and I was off by a single pixel, and I grabbed the ledge, or grabbed the rail and fell, and I was like, screw that, I'm just going to go all the way around.
And Alex Jest finishing Ganon, which secures him 7th place overall, 4th place restream, with a race time.gg time of 43 minutes and 11 seconds. Now, the okay guy, your Canis Samaria would have been in Hookshot Cave. The logically accessible bonk chest would have held it for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I ended up doing Desert and Mire because I never did Hype Cave.
Was I the only person that found Hookshot? Just like looking at the restream track.
I found it.
Yeah. Wait.
I went there before Ice Palace because I was already.
Oh, the tracker must have eaten that input.
Oh, okay.
I was like, where was it again? Did you say Waterfall Cave?
It was Waterfall.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna go when I got 500 rupees, but I got that on the mountain after Mirror, and then hit Go Mode, so there was no point for me to then.
Oh man. Hey, I got a question for you guys. How disappointed were you when you saw that Thieves Town was a pendant?
Well, not just Thieves Town and Hera, two
Yeah.
dungeons you don't want to see as pendants in this mode.
Yeah, it's a little disappointing just because they're immediately, right there in your face, and you can go do them right away.
Yeah, and Thieves
As long-
Town's
as long as you find the mirror.
technically tier 1, so...
But then, of course, you have the contrast of how happy were you to see that Turtle Rock was a pendant,
Yeah.
I mean,
right?
even if Turtle Rock's
Yeah.
a crystal, I
It's
doubt it
never
goes
getting
there.
done.
I mean, there is the possibility. I mean,
If the sea just gives you everything for it, why not? Right?
and if you
Sure.
and if you can't clear out any other dungeon to be number 4, I mean, like, well, okay.
No, I
That
was
was
actually really worried because I kind of fiddled around in the light world long before I went to Dark World, and then when I went to Dark World, I did Hype Cave all the way to Skull Woods, just kind of connecting all of those checks. And when I found Bo where it was, I was like, oh, I'm in Go Mode, but I could have had this like 10 minutes ago.
Come to think of it, I never properly went into Dark World through any portal you normally do. I went there to go to Pod and Go Mode, and I went there to go to Mire. Although I guess I did do Mire Shed. I did Mire Shed before I was in Go Mode. But other than that, all my Dark World stuff was either on the mountain or in Go Mode.
Wow, that's awesome.
This is probably the lowest collection rate that I've ever seen. 69 out of 216, you never see that.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
This was as much fun as I was expecting it to be. It really
Yeah,
was.
I actually enjoyed this. It was interesting.
I'd have enjoyed it more if I had the Fire Rod instead of Smile. But at least Mire Big Key wasn't in cutscene.
That's
Would've
true.
been worse.
Yeah, this was also one of the best like Master Sword Silverless Ganon fights I've ever had in my life. Like,
Nice.
I don't like this. Might be the best fight I ever have ever. It was really, I got good patterns. I didn't screw it. I took like one hit from a fire bat, but yeah, no, this is one of the best, this cleanest Ganon fights I've had in a long time.
Mine was really gross, and then in the final phase, I was too scared to use the fire rod, so I had like 9/10 of my magic left over at the end of the fight. Which
Oh, same.
weird.
I had like 60% of my magic.
Oh yeah, like I don't want to run out of magic. Oh my
I
goodness.
wish I would have had Fire Rod to save a little time there. I was doing I only had Lamp, so that slowed that part
I
down.
couldn't count at that point because like I'm in the final phase again and no one's done yet, but also Master Sword Silverless Ganon takes an actual eternity. So I'm like, for all I know, I'm like shooting for 9th place.
Yep, and the longer it takes, the more chances you have to just make a mistake.
Yeah.
And-
One
No.
bonus in this seed though for any newer runners doing it is when they see that Hyrule Castle, and they can just jump out, grab silvers real quick, and be a lot easier.
Yep.
Fight. Getting through the first 2 phases is still a little rude, but if you're patient,
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
not that bad.
Hyrule Castle represents, or the silver arrows represent a significant time save for not a lot of time investment.
Oh, where'd you find your bottle, GFE?
Had a B in it. Where was my bottle? I'm trying to remember where I got that from.
I actually,
Because
Don't
there was
remember.
a fortune in Mini Moldorm Cave or in Paradox Cave.
Yeah, I had tons of money.
I was kind of wishing I had a bar. Granted, all my fights were
I
good.
believe it was a Super Bunny.
I was, of course, worried
That
about the
sounds
Cold
right,
Stare
yeah.
fight. I was worried about the Cold Stare fight and the Ganon fight, which both ended up going pretty smooth. But yeah, I was kind of sweating not having safeties.
I will say that the Viddy fight was very Monka-esque. Thank you to the
Yeah,
lightning
I
RNG for
I
not
am.
finishing me off.
I made a comment about that. I'm like, oh, you got lucky.
Yeah.
Got the lightning, and you were right in front of him, and it arced around him. I was like, oh.
For the record, that's the opposite of my normal luck with that, so, you know, I'll take it.
I was about to say, it's probably opposite, isn't it?
The fight got very out of hand because I got hit by an eyeball early on trying to take damage off the slime, and that wasted my potion. So, just had to try to take it patiently. But at the same time, in this mode, you can't exactly waste too much time.
Okay, guy, was your go mode bow?
It sure was.
What was your go mode, GFE?
Samaria.
Who actually hit go mode first on the restream?
Honestly, that's a good question.
With a mode like this, who can tell?
Did
Because-
GFE find Samaria before I found Bo?
I mean, with the dungeon speed difference, it wouldn't surprise me. Because Mire and Desert are not
I mean,
bad.
unless the okay guy
Feasibly?
took a death, I imagine I found Bo before he did.
I mean, it's feasible, but then at the same time, we also would have had to rack our brains and be like, okay, wait, do we have 4 dungeons? Because that's something we actually, when we saw that we had a go mode, that's when I looked at all the items and I was like, whoa, we can defeat 9 of the 10 dungeons. The only one we can't do is Turtle Rock because we don't have the ice rod.
Yeah.
That is actually pretty crazy that all
Yep.
that was that easily available.
The early hammer rod was a lifesaver because that gives you so many possibilities. Then you're just looking for something to pair with it, you know? It's kind of nice.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, I was very happy to see Hammer and Kakariko.
Did you guys
Just 'cause-
do... Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to ask if you guys did South Shore or like the Swamp Deluge thing. I didn't go down there.
I did Dam, South Shore, and Ice Ride Cave before I did Kakariko.
Nice.
I think I started like Sank, King's Tomb, Back of Escape, and then I went to Dam, which had bombs in it or something. Somewhere I found a bomb, and then so I did Mini Moldorm and had enough bombs for Kakariko, and then went that way. So I only did Dam and Mini Moldorm.
Oh man, we had the same opening then, because I did King's Tomb, Bonk Rocks, and then Back of Escape right off the bat. It's the first thing I did.
Same.
It just
It
made
was kind of
sense.
tough figuring out where to go, like because you had so many options. I figured Dark World was instantly a bad choice. You know, you at least do Blind's Hut and the Well relatively early. But do you really bother with Chicken Hut, Library, and Race Game, and Back at Tavern? I honestly, I ended up doing it,
Same.
but I can't say that I felt great doing it. I'm like, you know, Hype Cave's a lot faster than this, and I have the
You should.
hammer.
You should watch my LP train. After I did the same opening as you guys, I fluted to Cat, did Back at Tavern, bought bombs, did Chicken Hut, and then fluted to the Dam.
If not for finding the hook shot, after clearing Skull, 100% I wanted to go to Pod looking for a bow. Like 100%,
Oh,
no
wow.
questions asked, just straight to it. But I wanted to check some of the To me, Waterfall and Zora Ledge is kind of a dense location. So I checked that, and I had plans to check Saha. And then when I found the hook shot, I was like, no, I got to go to the mountain. Like, absolutely. And then found the bow, and I was like, oh, well, that works out. But I so wanted to go to Pod looking for a bow.
Yeah, I'll say I'm pretty disappointed about that hook shot showing up so quick because the mirror location in this was extremely rude.
Oh,
Not many people are gonna do that.
you guys found Hookshot before you went to the mountain?
No,
I had.
didn't.
Okay, I was about to say I
I
found
did,
the
yes.
mirror and I had to hammer my way to right side. Death
Yeah,
Mountain.
that's what I did.
Okay.
I mean, but that mirror is rude. I mean,
I
most
never
people
picked
go
up the
there for
mirror.
that.
It was in a fun spot considering it's right there. That was weird.
P-Train saw that Tower Hero was a pendant, and he was just like, nah, I'm not going up.
I checked the first 2 checks, the ground item and the first chest, and when I got the small key, I was like, no, I'll just leave Hera. I also checked front 4 of Thieves Town, which I shouldn't have done, and then had to death warp back.
I did the first 4 at Thieves Town and actually walked
Okay.
out because I was heading to Mod, and I don't know. I was scared of the death warp, even though I shouldn't have been. I had plenty of health to handle the fight.
Yeah.
I just really didn't want to die. I felt like dying, like, if this seed, it ended up being 34 minutes, shoot to death, depending on where it happens. That's like, 10% of the seed.
Yeah, even a 1 or 2 minute death is too much. I luckily got a full magic drop right before I dropped down into the moth fight, so it was kind of easy
Me too,
for me.
from the berry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, very cool.
But yeah, GG's, everybody. I appreciate it. It was fun to run.
Yeah,
Thank
really
you for
good
the
game.
restream.
And thank you for racing for us. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for you.
I think I will go ahead and step out though, and thank you all. I'll catch y'all later.
Thank you, P-Train.
Later, P-Train. Later, everybody. Actually, I'm going to get out of here too. That was really fun, and I hope to see more of this mode, or maybe variants of it.
Yeah, it's a good time. It just makes for a very chaotic commentary experience.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sure. Starting with that much equipment, it's just the route divergence it's to be expected.
Yep, we saw all of you guys disappear to all 4 corners of Hyrule in minutes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Boots, Flute. Really fun. But thank you guys for real. Thanks everybody.
Yep, I'll just reiterate that, and thanks to trackers as well. A lot of fun, always a good time, and good to have a seed feel like it goes that smoothly. Not
Certainly.
But I'm gonna get off here, and I'll catch y'all later.
As Kenny said, we had myself and Duke Firebird in the commentary booth. We had Scott G239 and Tara Pagula backing us up and keeping us honest and on track on tracking. And we also had the OK guy, Alex GS2, GFE12, P-Train running for us, and 11 others in the back. And we also have Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 2 through 6 family channels. If you're looking for something to watch, you can probably find something on one of those channels at any time of day or night.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna go ahead and say this: we are coming with the Link to the Past Randomizer League Season 4 is coming up. We're finalizing the details. That's coming up, and we're going to be broadcasting a lot of those games. Word on the street, we have 96 teams in total.
Oh man!
Between the Invitational and the Open. So
that is a lot of teams, a lot of power.
That is a lot of teams. But with that, Speed Gaming will be back with another randomizer at some point in the near future.
Yeah.
But until then, I'll see you guys next rando.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.